You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversations sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
No.
So I like it.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like if
the mic, Kerry K setting the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactic sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yo. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Somebody.
Wisdom like law.
My bad, my bad.
Wisdom like law.
Well, when that shit came on, I'm like, something is missing. What happened?
Something's missing.
All right, well, anyway.
What up?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? We back at it another Saturday.
Yes, sir. Happy weekend.
Quick, let me plug the joint. Just because you caught feelings, gentlemen, just because you caught feelings doesn't mean she's relationship material. We do got 2 videos. Somehow the very first one I sent you, that's the one we're gonna do first. And then we'll do the dude with the hat on. We'll do that second. But before we get into that, what's going on with you fellas?
Yeah, man, what's going on, man? Happy Saturday to everybody, man. Looking forward to Game 5 tonight, man. This has been I just want to say how thankful I am because this has been a really good NBA Finals. Like, I haven't seen a really good NBA Finals like this in a long fucking time, and I'm just glad LeBron is on his way out. Just wanted to say that real quick.
You and I both. Yeah. And let me say this, because people are going to be like, well, how's it a good NBA Finals? You know, the Spurs on the verge of getting their ass, basically done. I can't believe they gave up that lead. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. What I will say is this. When you look at how close all the games were, regardless of what happened, the games were close. There's a lot of drama.
Yep.
There's a lot of people angry. People were very emotional about this series.
Yeah.
Especially you fucking New Yorkers, y'all motherfuckers, right? Very emotional. I mean, it's not to say that San Antonio fans or just fans overall, even casual basketball fans got their emotions pulled into it, right?
Facts.
And to your point, Miles, and I think when you think about sports, part of what makes sports so compelling is that
competitive, the drama.
Exactly. You think about the dream team.
Drama is accepted in a man's world.
That's the only time. Sports. That's the only time. That's the only time a man can lose his scruples, right? With sports.
Facts. But yeah, man, just expressing that. And then of course go to Cunningham Elements, get your cologne, get your soap. It is summertime. Make sure you
from the jump.
And we got a New Yorker on the line too. 646. 646.
Yo, what's up? In respect to the panel.
Yeah, where did you name a city and where did you send it?
I'm actually calling from Morocco.
You're calling from Morocco.
I haven't sent anything. I'm just
okay. All right. Well,
I'm just calling
so it's $5 a call, bro. That's how the show runs now. Okay. So I'm gonna have to let you go.
Yeah. I'm not asking a question. Just want to say to KZAG in respect.
Okay.
And wanted to say something for all the viewers. That one thing always Kerry KZAG says is, do not concern yourself with what women want. And I've witnessed it firsthand.
All right. Thank you for quoting K Zagging, but we gotta let you go. We gotta let you go. Because even if it's just a statement, guys, we still need the support. The support is necessary, guys. All 3 of us are taking time out of our fucking life to do this shit for free. You understand? So when we say support the show, we mean it. Okay. Even if you're just calling up to give a statement of respect, we appreciate it. But at the same time, we got to get support for the show. So, respectfully to the caller, we got to get we got to get support. But anyway, Miles Cunningham Elements. Make sure you guys check out masculineidentitymembership.com. And of course, go to shoplucario.com to get your online dating consultation and get with Mr. Lucario later on today because he is going live at 5. And as always, man, appreciate K-Zag and J Roman for their consistency and for us to be able to do this show, to spit this game, to help the gentleman out. All right, let's get it.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm ready to go. Knicks, y'all whack. Spurs, y'all whack. Let's go.
Wait. Fuck them Pistons. I know you ain't trying to say.
Hey, man, we were young. That's all. We were young. We'll get there. We'll get back. The Pistons, they had a good year this year. A big turnaround from last year, and we were just
Yeah, I had a big year. I ain't gonna leave it lie.
But that's one team that the Knicks really didn't want to see. Was the Pistons?
I think they would have ran through us too, man. They
probably the way they were playing at the end of the season, probably. Yeah, but before they were playing that way, though, I don't think New York wanted to see the Pistons. But now they like, we got it.
Nah, man, we got
playing the best basketball out of anybody. That's just the reality of it.
I'll just say this, and when I say this, there's a lot of teams that will understand. We had Tobias Harris on our squad. He disappears during playoffs. That sums it up right there. I'm just letting y'all know.
There you go. Beloved, yeah. I'm not really holding on to that. I don't hold on to hope. That's hope is the dangerous thing, right? Okay, I have faith, but I don't hold on to hope, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and get this before we get off into this again, fellas. Before we get off into these videos, the call-in line. We're good with the call-in line, Miles? Oh,
yes. Call-in lines are open.
No, yeah. 1-844. I'm getting old, bro. 1-844-672-7300. 1-844-672-7300. Also, gentlemen and ladies, right? I know y'all be watching. If you have a question, put a large capital Q, highly visible Q in the chat, followed by your question. It will behoove you to go ahead and get your questions in as early as possible. Also, the phone lines are being cut at about 12:45, something like that, maybe even before that, right? Mm-hmm. So, guys, if you're going to get your call-ins in, do that. If you got some questions, go ahead and do that. Let's get it popping. Let me just say this when I talk about just because you caught feelings doesn't mean she's relationship material.
Right.
When you think about back in the day, right, a couple hundred years ago, right, and it's not to say that arranged marriages still don't happen. They just don't happen with the frequency they used to happen with back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. If you think about arranged marriages were always done for practical reasons. Had nothing to do with nobody's feelings. Like, hey, to either keep the peace or to get some land or to be allies with this country, you're going to marry that prince over there. Or you're going to marry this chick. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, women's suffrage and feminism goes back to the 1800s. It's nothing new, right? But this is my point with that. Women got tired of being married off to men they weren't emotionally feeling, right? They weren't sexually attracted to, they wasn't in love with. They got tired of that, right? So this is what happens. If you really think about it, there was a time when it was all about the duty of a woman, right? Her being an asset to a man's legacy, right? Now, okay, and I understand that women are saying, I want to actually be sexually attracted to him. I actually want him to touch me. I don't want to have to let him touch me because he's my husband. I have no choice. I get that. The problem is, if you look at how modern males date, they have taken on what women have taken on, meaning they are making their decisions to be with certain women based on feelings and not practicality, right? There is no real reason why that woman should have the access that she does, or that she should be elevated to where she's been elevated to, outside of the fact that the dude liked the way she looked, he liked fucking her, and he gets butterflies in his stomach in her presence. There has to be something of more depth and more substance as to why that bitch is there. Now, if she's just there casually, that's one thing. But when you start talking about girlfriend, fiance, wife, having families with chicks, bro, there has to be something other than your feelings. But whenever you get ready to the video or get ready to get to the video, we can do that. I got something I want to add to it. Let's do that too.
Yeah. Well, man, I don't know, man. It's kind of tough because it's like, if there's no feelings, then why would a man ever really be in a fucking relationship? And like you said, she has to show something else to him. She has to give him like some sort of reason to be there. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's like because as a man, you got to manage everything, right? You got to manage the provision. You got to manage everything that you do. You got to manage a lot of different shit fucking with the female. Before you put it up on the screen, is that the one that you want to do first?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I just. Oh, go ahead. Finish your point, man.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that like a man has to manage everything, and most importantly, he has to manage his mindset and his emotions. You understand? And in a lot of ways, some men, and I'm even speaking for myself, or some males, some guys, some of us is like, if you don't get a certain thing, or if you haven't been exposed to a certain thing, and a woman shows that to you. Sometimes it's like you latch on to it. You understand what I'm saying? And you think that, it's substantial enough for her to be there. But then when after the feelings wear off and you start to think of things logically, it's like, it's like, she not really, it's not as amazing as I once thought it was when it first happened, because now I'm starting to realize, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's kind of like the honeymoon phase wears off, but a little bit.
The new car smell, they call it and shit.
Yeah, right. The new car smell kind of wears off, and then you start to see shit more for what it really, really is, and then you like, oh shit. So it wasn't exactly what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you really have to manage your mindset and manage your emotions. Like this is why I talk about a masculine identity, and with masculine identity comes shout out to Justin in the chat. With masculine identity comes consistency and discipline. Like you really gotta manage your shit, bro. You really gotta manage your shit. And again, I tell guys this all the time. Shout out to Lucario for the vetting process. But a lot of times we think we're vetting the woman, but the vetting starts with self, right? You really gotta vet yourself and how you respond to what that woman is showing you. So you don't jump the gun. So you don't, overly, overcommit. So you pace yourself. And like I said, overall, you got to manage these things. It's very important that you manage these things, see things for what they are, and then move accordingly.
Go ahead, Jay. You were saying something?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I always kind of envision it like these stones. Like say you got this lake or this river or whatever, and across it, there's these stones that's in there that you can see. But as soon as you start bringing in all these feelings, it muddies the water where you can't see that true direction where you were headed, right? So it's still there, and it's something to me that affects everybody, every level. That's why, it's one of those things where you really have to know yourself and be ready for that next step of what you're trying to do in your life, right? It's not an accidental thing you just kind of come upon, because you got to have that direction.
Right.
When your feelings muddy the water, things become unclear on how you really want to move. You lose the sense that you have already established. And I think a lot of guys, it catches up to them, right? Because like you were saying earlier, Zach, they start stroking, start having good times. And next thing you know, these emotions and feelings come in, which causes people to promote buddies into girlfriends into wives. Next thing you know, it starts to come clear, and you look at your path and you're like, yo, I'm way off path. There's my steps over there. There's my stones over here. I'm in the water, and now the water is clear, and you're like, how'd I get so deep?
Yeah.
You misstepped because you were caught up in those feelings. And I think that, You know, it's one of those things that it don't matter what level you are in. If you don't pay attention and really understand that, yeah, it's okay to have these feelings, but let's not cloud the water on my direction.
Yeah.
I can have a strong feelings, but I got to let you go because it's not the direction I need to be in.
Right.
So
That's why
I think that's a lot of times. Go ahead.
My bad. No, that's why I say when guys start talking about they want girlfriends, I ask why.
Yeah.
99% of the time they can't answer it. Okay? And I always tell them, take sex out of it.
Yeah.
Take the way that she looks out of it, and take the fact that you like her or love her. Take your feelings out of it.
Yeah.
And ask yourself, does it make sense for that woman to have that title or for that woman to have that position? Does it make sense? It can't just be your feelings, because to your point, Jay Roman, and I've said this, and it doesn't matter what decision you make. It can be with a woman, it can be with money, it can be with family, it can be with whatever. Anytime you're mainly motivated to make choices based on your feelings or your emotions, you will always be betrayed by those. Always, right? Because it doesn't matter what we do. At some point, you got to sit back and ask yourself, outside of these feelings that I'm having, does it make sense to make this move or to make this decision?
Yeah.
But Miles, whenever you're ready, man, we can get into it.
Oh. Yeah, it's up. Put it up.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I'm bugging. All right. So let me take this down. Let's go ahead and throw this up there.
All right. Okay, here we go. How long do you wait? Can you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right, cool. Here we go. How long do you wait to ask for clarity on what your relationship status is? She said 6 months, a year?
I think that if you got to ask for clarity 6 months in, I think you got your answer. And if you're with somebody who things are unclear or there's confusion, I think it's that way for a reason, right? Because if I'm the other person in that situation, I want you confused and on your heels, because I always got to get out of jail free card while I'm doing what it is that I really want to do outside. I think when you're dealing with a man or a woman who really likes you a lot, I don't think you're going to have to ask that question. I think how they deal with you, how they prioritize you, how they make you a part of their lives, like they bring you into the fold.
All the head ass shit.
All of it. I want you right there with me. We got damn pillow talking. We got spent like Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist when he was locked up. When a man really like you like that.
If you want something serious and you know you're ready to date, if you feel that deep down that you are ready to date, you need to let that be known early. Mm-hmm. And then from that, do a check-in. After about, a month and a half, 2 months, hey, we done hung out
What?
8-10 times. Like, where is this going? I need to know, because are we just having fun? Or is this turning into something serious? Because I would like something. So you got to reiterate that. We, as men, you have to reiterate that to us. Because that, you said the first time, we like, yeah, okay, I hear you, sound good. But I'm going to see what you allow me to do along with the process.
You saw Kevin Hart?
I don't believe these niggas.
Okay. So first and foremost, they're talking like they don't have a dog in the race. They're talking like they don't have any agency as to what they present and what they do with women. First and foremost, he said a month and a half. He's talking about ask a chick, what are we doing? At the month. See, this is what I'm used to. Every relationship or marriage I've had, or even situations where the woman wanted something more and I didn't, this is what I'm used to happening. I'm used to women coming to me and telling me that they're falling in love and catching feelings. I'm used to that. Right. I'm not used to a woman trying to tell me, what is this? Nigga, you got to give me a title or something. I ain't used to that. Women demanding that they get certain access and all. I'm not used to that, right? And the reason why I'm not used to that is because I make it clear what the fuck it is from the very beginning, right? And this is what guys don't understand about actually vetting women and observing women in real time, is that when you tell women this is just sex and you make sure that your behaviors are in alignment with what the fuck you told her, there are going to be some women who still catch feelings.
Yeah.
Right? So and there's nothing wrong with a woman catching feelings. But when you let it be known from the beginning, she can't be mad at you because she know what it is. And because of that reason, I'm used to women coming to me and just simply saying, hey, Carrie, I know you said, XYZ. I'm not trying to, kick up any dust. I just want to let you know that I'm starting to fall in love with you, or I care about you. I know what you said. I'm just letting you know. If you see me a little emotional from time to time, I'm just catching feelings. So it was never about, oh, you need to give me a title now, or you need to make this clear. Bitch, I've been making it clear. Yeah, I got it.
The reason, because as soon as it was done, I said, I don't believe these niggas. Let me tell you, when I hear niggas like this talk, I see niggas who are afraid. And when I start hearing, when I look at their time frames, I see niggas that are afraid of what she's doing outside the relationship. Not what they
my God. I was gonna get into that. Go ahead. You got it though.
That's what I'm fucking seeing. I'm seeing nigga said a month and a half. Nigga, look, I think I can speak for everybody here where we've had fuck buddies for years.
Years, yes.
Whether on and off or whatever you want to call it, we've had fuck buddies who fucked around and got in relationships, cut the relationship, came back, fucked around, got called off the engagement, came back. Like, I'm sure, like,
I was a chick's side dude through 3 relationships. I was there through 3 of her boyfriends, nigga.
Coaching a bitch through her fucking relationship while she fucking you, huh?
Yeah. Telling her to cook for that nigga, treat that nigga better.
When I hear niggas like this talk, all I'm hearing is, well, they act like, oh, I got to brace for impact because, soon enough she gonna be asking me what it is. These niggas is welcoming that question. These niggas is praying and hoping that she asks that question as soon as possible because they don't want to know what the fuck she might be doing outside, because they already stopped paying attention to the rest of the hoes on their phone. They already low key stopped communicating with a bunch of hoes because they already caught the fucking feelings. You get what I'm saying? So when I hear these niggas talk, I don't fucking believe you, nigga. I don't believe you. But y'all got it.
Go ahead.
They're promoting and pandering to women's emotions, right? It's to solve that issue that comes up. Like, oh, when she asks, what are we serious? We this, we that. We should know. And to me, you're right. They're afraid that they're not going to be able to keep a woman near them and around them without pandering to their emotions. It's almost like if they ask what we are, whatever it is, we better come up with it quick because she ain't gonna be around. Like, you're afraid to lose that person or that person to walk away. I don't feel like they set the tone or have a plan. And I think a lot of times I forgot who I always think I hear Steve the Dean talk about it, right? Like, not having a plan when you approached the person from the very beginning. And these are people that did not have we all kind of talk about it, but there's no plan. There's no plan on any approach. It's all sort of, where are we? Well, are you cool now? Like, 'cause what if the person don't ask for 6 months? Right. Next to you, they're gonna be the one asking. You haven't asked this question. Are you comfortable with what we are? Like, no. You should have the plan. And I think that they're just rolling with the program of built by emotions, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And my question would be, what do you love about her exactly? There was a Facebook post. Check this out. I'm gonna read it real quick. And I reposted this a couple months back. And this is what the dude put. He said, most people don't realize their type is often just their pain in disguise. If you deal with abandonment, you're drawn to attention and affection. If you grew up struggling, you look for financial stability. If you've been rejected, you look for validation and reassurance. It feels like preference, but it's really compensation. You're trying to feel what's missing.
Right.
That's where a lot of connections start, not from clarity, but from a void. So here's the problem.
Oh, real quick, did y'all want to play this again? Did y'all want to play this again?
I'm done with it.
No, I get it. I get it.
So the point I want to make, the message, and one chick said she loved the message. No. The message is dangerous, right? And this is what a lot of people don't understand about this so-called dating advice out here. And I believe Miles, you and Lucario did a show yesterday, and y'all touched on it. And y'all touched on it before. We've all touched on it, but y'all touched on it yesterday. So for people that didn't catch the live stream with Miles and Lucario, they touched on what I'm about to say.
Appreciate it.
There's a lot of so-called dating advice that comes from the vantage point of insecurities and fear. Insecurities and fear. And you said this earlier, or you alluded to this fact, that a lot of people who rush into relationships, both men and women, they convince themselves that it's love. But what it is you allowed yourself to fall for this person when there was no real depth or substance to your dealings with this person. You allowed yourself to fall for this person due to the superficialities surrounding you guys' interactions, right? If you really think about it, you're just falling for this bitch. She pretty. She got a voice that's very soothing to your bitch ass. You got a tender dick. You like how you feel in the bitch's presence. She make you feel safe and heard and shit, nigga. Right? And I'm not saying that shit don't have its own value, but it comes back to this, right? Because I asked guys this. I had a consultation, and I'll pass it to you guys. I had a consultation, and I asked the guy, I said, hey, at some point, do you want to be a father, have a family, be a husband? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, so when you vet these women, do you ever like look at the characteristics and character traits that would make them suitable mothers? He was like, I never thought about that. Oh, nigga, really? So you're talking about being a husband and being a father, but when you're dealing with these bitches, it never dawned on you to be like, you're just evaluating her for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about having kids, you got to evaluate the bitch for that. You know what I'm saying? Can she be a suitable mother? Because this is what a lot of guys don't understand. In your absence, she should be an extension of you.
Yes, sir.
Your discipline, your guidance, your teachings. Like when you gone, she should be like, hey, you know what your father said? Don't make me tell him. That's the kind of shit she should be saying. Oh, shit. She going to tell daddy. Right? But a lot of you guys, y'all having, kids with women, and a woman is running a show. And the reason why she running the show, because she running the show with your ass too. Y'all got it.
Yep. You want to get to the second video, or would you?
Yeah, let's jump to it real quick.
Let me just comment real quick on that before. I am really anti time periods, right? Because to me, it doesn't hold true to the authenticity of your interaction and the experience that you're having with a person. Right, because there's people that operate like he was like, if you don't know in 6 months, and like, so you guys might have went out 10 times, 20 times, but just because 6 months, and I really feel like I know that Lucario has that vetting process, and how long does he say the vetting process is that he has?
12 to 18 month process at least.
At least, right? And so I'm quite sure he had to put something on there, a time period on there, because these lamos would be like vetting. Yeah, I vetted her for 2 weeks. And he's like, no, man. You got to see more. You got to have more experience and more interaction with somebody to just vet them. So, at least 12 to 18 months. But at the same time, to me, it's about that interaction that you have with the person and actually sitting back, like you're saying, Zach, and saying, is this person, because one of the most important things you could ever do for your children is choose the right mother. So is this person somebody I want to build my legacy with, if you're thinking that long term sort of on that way? So my thing is that I'm quite sure there's people, and Miles, you can correct me if I'm wrong, they go 12 months and be like, yeah, Lucario, I vetted them. Well, how long? 12 months. It's not that she was just around for 12 months, but did you actively look at her character and look at the things she do and look at, how she treats you? Look at not just because she survived being around you, but you actually looked for a purpose in saying, hey, I want to build this Let me quietly look and see, does she show and display things that align with me for building this? You know, are they taking the time to actually do that, or just, oh, she says, why 12 months? Oh, it's been 6 months. What are we like? No. It's about the interaction and those other qualities that you're looking at. So,
all right, we got two free calls, guys. 2 free calls. Shout out to Kobe Lean in the building. Appreciate you, bro. We got 2 free calls.
Come and get it, y'all.
Use the joints 844-672-7300. Kay, I think you need to double check that link. It's just giving me the general general watch on the Facebook. It's not giving me you got to check that link.
All right, cool.
You making peanut butter cookies and stuff, man?
Actually, my mama shout out
peanut butter cookies.
Shout out to my mama, not banana, but back when I was younger, she used to always make homemade sugar cookies, orange cookies, like using the orange peel,
nice
shortbread cookies, peanut butter cookies from scratch. She used to bake like a motherfucker from scratch, bro. Shout out to moms and shit.
Man, I miss my mom's 7-Up pound cake, man. Upside down pound cake. Oh,
upside down pineapple cake. That's the shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and call in. Shit, I remember I went on a trip to I think it was Bahamas, and we found this lady on the side of the street, and she was selling homemade cakes. Man, her upside down pineapple, brother, golly, upside down pineapple.
If y'all have never had upside down, now to your point, not everybody makes it the same. So
no,
it's definitely. But a baker who knows what they're doing, and shout out to one of my daughters and shit. You know what I'm saying, just graduated high school. She pick up where my mom left off, and she can bake her ass off. Like her shit look professional. Like she sell her shit. Her shit. I took her to a party with me with some people I went to high school with. She had some homemade cupcake. Man, them people tore that shit up. She was like, "Dad, you better get some. It's gonna be gone in a minute."
It's gonna be gone. Yeah.
I hadn't tasted what the one she made, and she was like, "Trust me, they gonna go." And sure enough, she put them out 5 minutes later. I looked up and it was gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
my mom used to make that 7-Up, upside down cake with the glaze. Oh man, man.
All right,
things we miss.
All right, let me see.
That's it. This is it.
That's it. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So if y'all ready.
And before you play it, and the reason why I'm showing this video for the people in attendance, it speaks to what the title speaks about. Just because you caught feelings doesn't mean she's relationship material. So he goes on to say some shit that happened in an encounter that instantly showed him, oh, I can't fuck with this chick. But go ahead.
All right. We got okay, here we go.
I remember I was dating this female, attempting to date this female, and she said the only way that she would settle down with a guy is if he pays all of her bills.
What?
And I'm thinking to myself, you don't even pay all your bills.
You have to stop. Y'all keep talking.
You get assistance. Nothing wrong with people that get assistance, because everybody needs a helping hand. But if you've been on assistance 30 years, it's you. You the problem.
When you addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery.
But back to the story. It. I proceeded to not date her. I'm like,
go ahead. You got it.
Like, nah, I'm cool. She was like, well, I'll be willing to work with you. I said, because I'm not paying all your bills.
Nigga, no.
I'm just not. I'm not paying all your bills. So what you gonna be doing with your money? You think you just gonna be out here spending your money and we living off my money and you ain't got no incentive in this? You ain't got a dog in the fight. Man, you gotta be crazy.
Come on now, dog.
That's a default setting for every woman on the planet. I might as well go get me an Instagram model if that's where I was.
All right.
Okay. So I got a story to go with that. And this is why that's important. And I think I told this story. It's been a few years. So this guy was in a relationship with this woman. They both made good money. They were engaged to get married. So in the midst of planning the wedding, they went to go see the wedding planner, and they're talking about the venue and all of that. And this woman tells, and this is a story that he told, by the way. So the guy, he says that his soon-to-be wife told him right then and there, while they were, with the wedding planner, but it was away from the wedding planner, that she was going to quit her job once they got married. She didn't ask, was it okay? She said, yeah, when we get married, I'm quitting my job. I don't want to work. And he said, he's like, no, you're not. He was like, no, we need, I need you to keep working. And then she said, you make great money by yourself. You can afford to pay some bills. We might have to cut back a little bit, but you make enough money to take care of us both. And he was like, hell no. He was like, absolutely not. So my point is, this is my point. How are you about to get married and that hasn't been established yet? Why is that popping up on the eve of y'all getting married, that she don't want to work no more? So the question, and it goes back to, just because you caught feelings doesn't mean she's relationship material. And this is the problem with guys. And women will do this. Shout out to women, right? This is why they manipulating like a motherfucker. Once women see that you are very, very emotionally invested in the situation, if they had hidden agendas all along, you're going to see the hidden agendas come out.
Right.
You're going to see, because if she would have said that in the beginning, before they started dating, if she would have said, hey, just to let you know, if we ever date seriously, I'm not going to be working.
Yeah.
He might not never have proposed marriage to her.
Right.
Right. So, but that comes from, shout out to Miles in the car for the vetting process. If he would have waited a little bit longer, and if he would have made sure that she understood certain things. And here's the thing, guys, when you talk about cohabitating and getting married, a woman needs to understand that, especially if you're not paying all the bills and you're going to have her paying some of the bills, that needs to be understood before the relationship. You don't wait until you get into the relationship and start talking about what's going to happen. That happens before you grant her that kind of access. Y'all got it.
Facts. Guys, I want to call in 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300. Look, you know what, too? I want to say this, too. Like, the vetting process is one thing, but there are signs that you may miss, right? There are signs that you may miss when it comes to, like, signs or red flags or whatever you want to call them. But there are warnings that you may miss moving into, elevating a chick from one status to the next. You understand? Because sometimes I remember when I was young, my mom used to always say, look at sleep and take it as death. Meaning that something that seems minor, a lot of times it always ends up being major in the future. So even though when somebody's sleeping, it looks like they're dead, but they sleeping. But you should be able to see it as them being dead, because you need to be able to foresee what might happen. You understand what I'm saying? And some things I've learned, man, is that, you have women where during the vetting process, they'll be all cool because their affinity for you at this point during the vetting process or during the first 12 to 18 months is higher than anything else.
Facts.
You understand? But during that 12 to 18 months, though, you might see them ask you like an innocent question, like, so, I understand you see multiple women, but are you successful with managing everything? And they start questioning you about shit like that. And you're like, you think to yourself, and you try to play it off like, okay, well, maybe she's just being sincere and wanting to help you to make sure that you're on point. You understand what I'm saying? But then later on, when shit start hitting the fan and they start losing their mind, when they start like, it goes from them asking you a question to them questioning you. That's when you start to see, oh man, You understand? And so I'll say this: you have some situations where a relationship could last a while, but every relationship runs its course. Now you have some relationships that run its course till death do you part, and that's a beautiful thing. If that's what it means, you get married and all that stuff. But then you have some situations where those little minuscule things that you noticed early on start to turn into they evolve into something else later on, and then those are the things that allow the relationship to run its course, because you realize, okay, now it's not just sleep, now it is actually death. You understand? The person looked like they were sleeping before, but now you nudging them and it's like, oh shit, this person is dead.
Shout out to Nas. He did say sleep is the cousin of death.
Exactly. Sleep is the cousin of death. Exactly. So what it means is, so it's, and this is those little things where it's like, that's why you can, men who are at a certain level of game can see a relationship run its course and still not even be like, affected, like heartbroken and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? Where it's like,
you know it's over. You're like,
you know exactly. You
could have went two ways. It went this way.
You're emotionally detached from the reality of the situation, basically.
Exactly. Shout out
That's
to
why
Boss. Real quick, I just want to say shout out to Boss Mac. And I love that quote when he says, you chilling with your bitch in the crib and the devil busts through the floor. You got to act like you expected the shit to happen.
But like, what's up, homie? What's good with you? Right. Let me say this, Miles, and your mother was a wise woman. My mother told me one time, she was talking about pebbles. She was talking about letting people get away with shit. and we had a discussion. I was a kid. I want to say I was maybe like 10, 11, 12, something like that. And she said, Carrie, if you let that slide, that's like a pebble in the creek. That's like a little ripple. Yeah, it seems harmless enough. It's a ripple, it's a pebble. But if you keep letting them pebbles go, eventually it turns into a boulder.
Yes, sir.
And now you're getting splashed by the water. So basically what she was saying, it's going to affect you eventually. It's going to touch you if you keep letting people slide for certain things. And to Lord Jefferson's point, every woman's question is into women don't be asking shit just to be asking shit.
No, they don't.
They don't ask shit just to be. It seems innocent enough. Now, I will say this in women's defense. There are certain times where their questions is sincerely curiosity questions, but they still want to know something though.
Right.
They still, to your point about the other women thing, curiosity. Yep. But also, let me just say this, and I say it at the beginning of the video that we got playing. When women know you have multiple women and they're endeavoring to be the main chick or to be your chick, really, in many cases, they want to know that their spot is solidified. Okay. Yeah. What that means is if they had to go through the vetting process, 12 months, a year and a half, 2 years, whatever the fuck it is to become your woman, they want to know, can one of them other bitches you fucking, can she rise to my level in 30 days, nigga? Can she get the access that it took me a year and a half to get? Can she get it in a month or two? Because if she can, you ain't shit. Mm-hmm. As a man, you ain't shit. And you're flexible, which goes to the topic. Just because you caught feelings doesn't mean she's relationship material. And here's the key. When women are dealing with you, let's take the call.
All right, we got 313. You are on live with the Manhood. This is a skill set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's up, brother? This is Jay from Detroit, 24.
All right.
Yeah.
What's good with you?
313 in the house.
How you doing today?
We chilling, man. What's going on with you? I see you. I see you sent something in. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a perfect guy.
All right, so that means we still got two free calls left, guys. We still got two free calls left. So shout out to Jay for for supporting the show, man. Go ahead with your question. How old are you again, real quick?
24.
24. Go ahead with your question, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man. I just want to say before the question, the shit you and Lucario said yesterday on the show about how these bitches ain't people, man. That's the realest shit on YouTube, man. That was the realest shit on YouTube, man. I ain't never heard nobody break that shit down like But my question is, on a first date, can you not get sexual, like as far as kissing, talking about it, or even trying to fuck the bitch? But then when you come to call her to set the second date, you could just tell her that shit like, yo, what's up? I want you to come through.
Nope. I'm gonna throw a flag. I wish I had a whistle. I'm throwing a flag and shit. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you where you fucking up. Okay, and you don't see it, but I'm gonna help you see it. You were in her physical presence, and you chose to get sexual over the phone rather than when you had her face to face. Now, you might not think of it like this, but many women are gonna be like, "Man, he a pussy. Why he ain't say all that fly shit when he had me face to face? Why he wait to do that shit over the phone where he feels safe?"
Are you saying like you was on the date and you didn't flirt or say anything? And then
I've had both. Like I've been on a date where I ain't get sexual with the bitch, and then called her the next day to set it up, and she came through when it happened. And then I've had, the incidents where I haven't, and then I'm like, fuck it, let me just still say it. And then of course the bitch like, nah, I gotta get all that bullshit. I gotta get to know you and all that.
Yeah, I'm a flirtatious sexual person by nature. Like that don't mean every time I went out, things happen, but the flirtation was always there. Because why am I out with you? I don't go out with females to get buddies.
Exactly.
So we establishing some sort of. Now there was times where I might have had like a a double that night, and I knew I wasn't doing anything, or maybe I had set something up later on, and so I wanted to be full. Those nights.
I get
right. So you got a triple night, a double night, or something like that, and so I couldn't do that. The flirtations was still there.
Exactly.
It was like, hey, I gotta go. I got something to do, sort of thing. And then we caught back up later on. Yeah. But I don't hang out to be buddies.
Right.
It's either we're acquaintances or lovers. Like that's just
so. Caller, please. How long are these dates? First of all.
It depends.
How long are the dates, my brother?
Like
just,
hour max.
Thank you. Okay,
like
thank you.
Max.
Keep it thank you for the answer. Appreciate you. So you want to tell me that you're chilling with a chick for a whole hour and not like you straight platonic for 60 fucking minutes with a bitch? Is that what you telling me, homie?
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The only reason why the next time you saw her and then something happened, that was probably just by chance, bro. Like, and I could probably bet that the amount of times that you saw them the second time and something happened compared to you seeing them the second time and nothing happened, where they tell you, well, I got to get to know you more. The latter happened more than the former. Correct?
Facts.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So here's the thing, bro. Here's what you got to realize. First of all, understand that most women is not going to be feeling you. That's number one. Okay. Most women are not going to be feeling you. Now, number two is to understand, like the next level of understanding that is there are some women that whether or not they feeling you, they need to know what the fuck you want from them. You understand? And then the third level beyond that is, or at least no, here's a sub level. They need to know what you want from them. And here's the thing: if you're not being specific about what you want from them, they're going to end up letting you know what they want from you and manipulating you to get what they want from you. Okay, so the top level, fucking with guys like us, guys with a masculine identity, guys that got game, is that, listen, I only fuck with a woman if I'm getting exactly what I want from her. End of story. And so she will always, from the beginning, she will know exactly what I want. From the time that she walks into the bar on that first date and I give her that hug, she will know exactly what the fuck I want. You understand me? So what you need to start doing, you the type of, you one of them niggas that you love signing your own admission slip to the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
You one of them niggas that want to be
and
like,
he typed it up. He typed it up and everything before he signed it.
Yeah. He one of them niggas that's like, oh well, you know,
your initial here.
I'm cool with just being laid back and shit. You know, it ain't all about the sex, and I'm just cool with. And it's not really about that. It's about knowing what you want. Shout out to Lucario. He always does the McDonald's analogy, right? When you're walking through the door or pulling up to the drive-thru at McDonald's, you know what the fuck you want, my nigga. You know you want the Big Mac meal or whatever the fuck. Give me an apple pie and all that. You know it. Any place you go to Chipotle, you already know, bitch, I need a chicken bowl, extra meat. Give me the guac, whatever. You know exactly what the fuck you want. So how the fuck you just be chilling when it come to bitches, bro?
Right. And you can kind of tell from the first hug the bitch gave you, if it's a side hug.
No.
You see right there.
Anytime anytime you're not in control, you are vying to be in control, to be controlled. You understand that? So if you're not taking the steps to be in control, and I'm not talking about, controlling her, controlling you and what you want, the situation that you're in, right? So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to show them that I'm cool with not having sex. So they feel like, okay, if he's cool not doing it, he'll be, he wants me for more than just my body. And so you're trying to, like come to them like, yeah, I'm cool with not even having sex. So okay, you want me for more than just my body? I guess I can give it to you then, because you see more in me than just this.
Right.
Because that's the only reason you're going out and being like, yeah, I'm cool. We ain't got to get sexual tonight. And then you call her later on, like, you know what? I was sitting there, man. I just really wanted to tell you, man, your lips was really, really good. I just wanted to kiss him. Oh, how come you didn't kiss him then? Oh, it was our first time. I ain't really like that. I don't really be getting down on the first date like that. Somebody got to be special. Oh, they got to be special. Oh, okay. Won't you come through? Let's do something special. It's not really what you want.
Yeah.
You're not in control of you to say, hey, if you hang, and it happens, but you will learn lessons. And I had to learn my lesson. Just a quick, I had a partner. He was dating this girl. She had a sister. I thought she was cute as hell. Cute though. Not like super fine, just cute with the little freckles. And we went out. And I was being very respectful, right? She came back to the house. I'm still being respectful because this is my partner's girl's little sister. Saying I just wanted to be respectful. So we end the date. The next day, he's like, dude, what was you doing? I was like, what are you talking about? I was respectful, dog. She was like, what's up? She came back to your place. She heard about me and she wanted to get down. But here I am being respectful and try to be all nice because, she's going to want that later on, this cute little innocent. She wanted to get down. After that, she didn't want to deal with me no more. Right. She's like, who is this dude? Yeah. Total opposite. I wasn't being me.
Right. Exactly.
And that's the whole point. Be you. Be you, bro.
Yeah, to your point. Oh, go ahead, Miles.
No. You go ahead, Kay. I got you.
No, I just want to say this. Whenever you're dealing with a woman you're actually attracted to, the real conversation doesn't begin until the topic of sex is broached. Once you hint, mention, imply sex, how a woman really feels about you in that moment is going to be revealed right now.
Facts.
Right? And I don't give a fuck what no woman says, what no other guy says. You can't really get real with women until sex is mentioned.
Facts.
And that's when the conversation is going to get real as far as how she views you in that moment. But Carla, let me tell you what you're doing. I'll pass it to you, Miles. Let me tell you what you're doing. You're introducing two different people to women. That's what you're doing, right? And there's more to it. I don't want to get into all that. I'll just say this. I'll make a video talking about it later. I'll just say this. You're introducing two people. And what I mean by that, and that's why Jay Roman experienced what he experienced. That happened to me too, where I had this chick, she picked me up, she took me to her house, and I didn't fuck her thinking, man, I'll fuck her later. And because I didn't fuck her then, she was done with it. Okay. And what happens is When women really want to fuck you and they are attracted to you, if you don't take advantage of it, in many cases, they'll take that as rejection.
Yeah.
As sexual rejection. But also, what can happen, because you're being platonic on one end, and then you're trying to get sexual, especially over the phone, right? The woman is looking, nigga, you already gave me access to you without fucking. I ain't got to fuck to get it. Y'all got
Right.
it.
Real quick, caller. Earlier, you was gonna mention something about if I notice the hug that the chick gives me. Finish your statement at that point. Do you remember what you were saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it's like if she give you a little side hug or a weak ass hug.
Yeah.
Shit, do y'all in the date right there? Like, or how quick do y'all get sexual? Do you get sexual, on the date?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So first of all, I want to say to you that as a man, okay, let me ask you this question real quick, so I know where your head is at. Who is the leader in any relationship between a man and a woman?
The man.
Okay. So what I want you to understand is, instead of you chilling, waiting to see what kind of hug she gives you, I need you to focus on the type of hug you trying to give her first and foremost. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is this, to go with what you're saying, because you got some bitches, they try to give you that fucking church hug or that side hug or whatever. I don't give a fuck what kind of hug she trying to give me. I know what hug I'm giving to her. So if she really don't want to hug me like how I want to hug her, she gonna have to forcibly push me off of her and show me that she's disgusted. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Now, if that's where she's at with it, then we can, hey, let me get you this drink and we can end this date right now. Okay?
Shit, I give good hugs. I give great hugs.
I give the bigger.
I give the hug that she earned.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So
y'all was still not to cut you off. Yeah, y'all was still get the drink with the bitch.
No. I didn't finish. Because listen, you must understand something. I more than likely in the text or in the dating app, I promised her a drink, correct?
Yes.
So yes. I still give you what I promise you. It happened to me one time where I was on a date with a chick. She came dressed all fucked up, and I said, "Hey, I know I promised you a drink, so I could get you that drink." So I still offer the drink because that's what I promised you, and that's a part of what you drove out here for now. But what I'm saying is, if she wants the drink, I'll get the drink. But she's not getting no more time from me if I'm hugging her and she's pushing me away, trying to give me the fucking church or the side hug. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying to you is don't. Oh, and shout out to the man mindset in the chat, man. What's going on with the big bro, the Dean? All right.
What up, Steve?
So what I'm saying to you is, instead of, I understand you want to observe and see what she talking about and all that, but what I'm saying to you is, at the same time, you have to understand the insecurity of females. You have to understand that they are depending on your leadership to give them the cue on what to do. You don't lay back and let them give you the cue on what to do. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I heard you, I'm gonna finish it up. Okay. But when I heard you say, "Oh, if she tried to give me some type of," no. I need you to dictate the type of hug that it's gonna be, and let her show you explicitly that she ain't trying to hug like that. And then you know for sure what it is. Because when you lay back, she don't know if she might be breaking your personal space barrier. So she might just give you,
right.
you understand what I'm saying? Chicks are very insecure, and she don't want to give you a really sensual hug and then you push her away. She don't want that to happen. That's the worst thing.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I need you to keep in mind leadership instead of you laying back and seeing what type of hug she want to give you. She don't have no fucking authority to dictate the type of hug that's going to go down. So you can't let her be the one. You got to be the one and then let her respond to your hug. It's kind of like, you ever play dominoes, caller? And I'll give it right to you, okay? You ever play dominoes, caller?
Mm-hmm.
The first person that put down a domino, they put down a very strong card, like a 6 or something. You understand?
Yeah.
You are the 6. And you let the other players respond to the card that you slam on the fucking table to start the game. You feel me? You got it, Kate.
Okay.
Facts. Also, caller, to answer your question, this is what guys got to understand. As the man, from the very first time you walk up and introduce yourself to a woman, you're always dictating the pace and the flow of everything. So what I mean by that is this. So when you walk up to a woman, right, if you plan on offering a date, you offering a date should be contingent on how receptive she is to your presence. Meaning, me personally, any woman, every woman, all my life, if I meet a chick face to face, I'm flirting right now. I'm flirting from the, what's your name is? Now, I'm not gonna say what your name is. I'm trying to make a point. The moment I introduce myself, I start flirting from then and there. So, and I need you to understand, because earlier I said how you show women two different personalities, being platonic and then being sexual later. So when I very first meet women, I'm flirting now. I'm sexual now. Now, when I say sexual, I don't mean that I'm saying sexually explicit things or I'm being X-rated with my language. Now, I could be. I have no problem being that way, but I'm not necessarily being that way. So this is what happens. When I'm being flirty and I'm being sexual with how I'm flirting with the woman and she's receptive, and I tell her, hey, look, why don't you take my number? There's some things I want to do to you that's not for public consumption. Why don't you hit me up this Friday? When she calls me, and I invite her over to the crib and I say something sexual on the phone, it's part two. If you think about a movie does a part one and a part two. Part two is a continuation of the first thing. So when I speak on the phone, it's a continuation of the energy I already gave her before. So when I'm sexual over the phone, she ain't shocked and surprised. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? Right? When she get on the phone with me and I'm sexual, not only does she like it, but she's anticipating it because I already gave it to her before.
I think right now, man, Miles always say your language exposes you, and so does your actions and your view of it, a view of the actions, right? So if you got questions about this hug, there's a lot of stuff that went wrong before the hug. Right? I break physical touch barriers early.
Pretty much.
Like, hey, whenever there's music around, I'm always hugging and talking in the ear. Like, hey, I can't really hear. The music's really loud. How you doing? My name is such and such. And then I see the way they react to that. That lets me know a lot, right? So, I got my hand on the waist. I pull in, I always show my strength. Always, and then if I'm really giving you a hug, I damn near lift them up a little bit. Let them know, like, hey,
it's a full hug too.
Don't let that hand run up that spine real quick and hug, near the top. I ain't down by your waist. I'm up here. Give you a little hug. I let go quick. Like, ooh, he so there's different things. But back in the day, though, there was an art to doing everything that was taught, and we were challenged for it. I don't know how you grew up right now, but we were challenged for everything. We knew that how we walked into a place and looked at somebody. I'm already looking. I don't turn my eyes. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's looking at me. We across the room. I don't turn my eyes, get that little look up and down, look at her straight in her eyes again, and then I turn away. So now, saying she knows that, okay, he's probably going to come talk to me. But when I do talk to her, she knows I was looking at her earlier. If I don't talk to her, maybe she's wondering, how come he ain't talk to me? Maybe not. I don't know what she's wondering. But who cares? I got my own agenda, right? So there's a lot of stuff you could do. You got this person on the date. Your conversation alone, you should already be comfortable on what you're doing. So a hug, the way she hugged, don't even really matter. What was the other actions about? What was your guys' conversations about? What was the phone call about? Did she follow the instructions to get there?
I just set the shit up. Like, I won't really talk. I just, hey, meet me here at 8 o'clock. But shit, I ain't know how quick you get sexual when she show up. When you meet y'all.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick. Carl, let me ask you a question. These women that you're setting up dates with, how are you meeting these women? Are you meeting them face to face in a public location, or are you meeting these women online?
I do both.
Okay, cool. Bet. And I'll let Miles speak to the online shit. He does that. That's his area of expertise. What I will say this though, Why are you not flirting with the women that you are meeting face to face and offering dates to? Why don't you flirt when you very first meet them?
Shit, felt like I ain't gonna lie, feeling like I'm giving them too much time, attention. You know what I mean? Too much time.
Okay, but caller,
do you know how to?
With the shit.
I got one question real quick. Do you know how to flirt without giving a compliment?
Flirt without giving a compliment? I ain't gonna say that I'm the best at it. No.
Okay.
So and that's the thing. A lot of you guys, caller, if you know, and this is how you're wasting your time. When you very first meet that woman and you set up a date, you already know you want to fuck her. So this is what I want you to think about what you're doing. You're talking to her face to face right now. You exchange contact information, and then you set up a date and you spend more time with her. And then after the date, you get on the phone with her, and then you mention sex. Bro, that's like 3 different times that you've communicated with her when you could have communicated the first time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's weird. That makes it. Yeah, that's weird. On the app and shit. Same shit.
What was your question again? I didn't hear you, man.
They're in the same thing with the app, like as far as on the app.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll let Miles speak to that. But
same thing to the app. And first of all, you asking more questions now. So I just want to inspire you to send a little bit more support if you can. But anyway, so you said what about the apps exactly? Give me the full question.
Just getting on there, setting the date up, and then when we meet up on a date, how quickly to get sexual, like how quick to kick that shit off on a date.
Look, let me ask you this. If you play the lotto, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a $500 million jackpot, right? Do you want to know if you won today, or do you know if you won 10 years from now?
No, right now, today.
Right now, you said right. You didn't even say today. You said right now. Those are your words.
Right now.
So that's what I'm saying. If you got a chick that you feeling, and you feeling her right now, when do you want to know if she's feeling you?
Shit, yeah, right now.
Okay, so that's an easy question, my nigga. It's really not that complicated. It's really not that complicated.
Let me say this. This is what y'all guys don't understand about attraction. Attraction is instant. Okay, when I say it's instant, meaning a woman knows when she first meet you whether or not she wants to fuck with you sexually. She knows. Now that doesn't mean that she's trying to fuck you right now or tonight, but she knows whether or not you're the type of guy that she might want to, bend some corners with. Now, here's the thing though, and this is where guys fuck up at, like all the choosing signal guys and all that. This is where y'all fuck up at. When you make a woman's acquaintance and it's the first time y'all are meeting face to face, right? You're typically, and this is assuming that a woman is attracted to you. You're going to get typically 1 or 2 energies from a woman. Either the moment you introduce yourself, she's going to show you that she's feeling you right away. Like you're going to know, right? You're either going to get that, or you're going to get a woman who's very pleasant, but she doesn't start to show you how interested she is until you do something first. Meaning until you dictate what you want to do. Like you could be talking to a woman and then you say, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. There's some raunchy, nasty things I want to do with you. So how about you tell your friends good night and you'll tell them all about it in the morning. And she might be like, oh, word, we could do that. And she's down, but she never said anything prior to you saying that to let you know she was thinking about sex. This is what guys don't get. And this is what dates do. Dates don't create attraction. Dates reveal attraction. It reveals it. It reveals it. See, guys think they're creating attraction. No. When you say so, this is what flirting really does. It gives women who are sexually curious about you permission to show you they are.
There you go.
That's what flirting does.
A Yeah, you know what, caller? Yeah, we gonna let you go, man. You know, but send us some more support.
I appreciate. I'm
Yeah, send us some more support. But again, everything starts from you. As long as you remember that, you be just fine. Just too many guys is like, oh well, yeah. Let me lay back and see what she trying to do. You can't do that. That's like giving a 6-year-old permission to pay the bills in the house, bro. Like, don't do that. Feel me?
I got you, brother.
All right, bro.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna give you this tidbit real quick though. Mr. 1950, man, he got a pretty good program on there on the tact and the art of talking to women with that sexual vibe. You might want to hit him up because there is tact that you can develop. I'm not saying there's no special word that's going to instantly make them melt, but the way you say things does kind of matter.
It's important
when approaching, because you got to read the situation, you got to process it, say it, you got to have your rebuttals, your replies, and then go from there. Never getting stumped, making sure you in control of the conversation, getting out, different little things. So it's one of those things that at least you talking to them. Yeah. Now let's get some help on how to kind of decipher and process and say some things back. So that I would advise you to go hit up Mr. 1950 and get one of those programs he got for that.
Yes, sir. All right, caller. We're gonna put you back in, man. All right, caller.
I appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good weekend.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
You too, brother.
My man just got a half-hour consultation.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Lord Jefferson with the $13.99. Appreciate you. So the homie Unique, shout out to Unique and shit. I can tell right there he's been a channel member for 29 months. So if y'all are so inclined, go over there and check out the channel membership at the Return of Manhood. Anyway, he says, as men, I am sure many of us have been passive. Life is short. Roll the dice by being direct. Do not think about the outcome. Never wait. Go after what you want. Take initiative. It is down to you or up to you. But down to you. Go ahead.
Yep. All right. We got a caller 407. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What up, panel? This is Damani. 20 and I'm in Orlando.
Okay. Damani, wait. Are you speaking directly into the phone?
Oh no.
Yeah, please speak directly into the phone, bro.
You hear me good enough?
It's the same shit. Are you speaking directly into the phone?
Yeah.
Do you have us on Bluetooth, AirPods, EarPods, anything like that?
I took the headphones out. I took the headphones out.
Okay.
You in the bathroom, dog?
Because my phones is horrible.
No, I'm in the closet outside.
You in the closet?
Okay, you're in the closet?
I knew something was up.
Come out the closet.
I knew you was in the confined room. Go ahead though.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, you taking a free call, I guess?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
All right, so you said just ask the question, no background?
Ask the question, go ahead, yeah, and then if we need background, we'll
yeah, so if a woman is like introducing herself to you, but you're not like pushing it, you just talking, and they will ask like, oh, where you stay and shit like that. But I'm saying I would never know where it's trying to go unless I be completely direct and see if she's willing to cooperate with what I want. Right?
Okay, wait. So you saying a woman approaching you on some assertive shit, like she stepped to you trying to get at you?
Well, how can I? Nah, it's like a worker though. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
okay, bro. Okay, stop. Okay, brother, do this, brother. What did she say to you exactly to make you think what you're thinking?
Oh, she asked me what's my name. Then she told me her name, and then like we just started talking, but not on no sexual shit.
Okay, caller. But what makes you think she's interested though?
Oh, that was it.
Because she introduced herself to you?
Are you new at a job? Is this a new coworker?
No, it's a bitch at the job. Like she worked, but I go there to like buy some shit. Smoke shop.
It's a smoke shop. Okay, bro, I go to the smoke shops all the time, bro. I flirt with them chicks all day long. It's nothing. I don't want none of them bitches. And they flirt back. But it's not, it doesn't go beyond just playful. But go ahead. I got
what are you trying? Wait, is this the same nigga that was talking shit about the bitch in the coffee shop?
Nah.
Okay. What are you trying to figure out? Whatever answer we gonna give you, what do you plan to do with that information?
Oh, I plan to use it.
To do what?
Whatever I want to do on my time.
What do you want to do?
Hang up on this nigga, bro. Like I don't like the whole vibe. It sounds like he trolling, and you wasting the free call
Probably
for somebody
like connect
else.
When I'm ready.
You wasting the free call. Nah, we out, bro. We out.
Yeah,
I don't believe this nigga. Guys, we
ready.
We still got 2 free fucking calls. I can't.
We'll do 2. Okay, cool. We'll go 2. Hold on real quick. Let me throw that up there. So this is what I want to say, guys. And this always bothers me. Whether it's at work, at the gym, at Starbucks, at wherever you guys frequent, if there is a woman there that you've seen and you are visually and sexually attracted to her, get at her. Why are you? This is what guys do. A woman will say something to you and you're like, oh, she is so pretty. I don't know what to do. And my thing is, what do you want to do? And I always say this. Okay, and this is, guys lie. You thought something sexual. Sex popped into your head as it relates to that woman. There is something about her lips, her face, her body, her ass. There is something that you visually saw where sex popped into your mind. And that's okay. Right? You're a warm-blooded heterosexual man. Nothing wrong with that. So my thing to you guys, if something sexual, and this is where a mouthpiece comes in at. If something sexual popped into your head, as a man, you say, you know what? I'm going to convey to that woman where my head is at. But because I got some game to me and I got a mouthpiece, I know how to verbalize it. I know how to put my words together in such a way where it's enticing for women that want me. That's where a mouthpiece comes in at, where you're taking a raw thought and then you're conveying that verbally to a woman where in many cases it's enticing to her to want to partake in what the fuck you just said. Now, and again, it's not about convincing a woman who isn't feeling you to feel you. It's about you saying some shit. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that woman at the smoke shop said, you know what, I'm going to introduce myself to him because I'm feeling him and he ain't got at me yet. So let me just start off the conversation by introducing myself. Anytime a woman does that, let's say for the sake of an argument that she is interested, she's just trying to get you to jumpstart something. The moment she introduced herself, she's expecting you to take it and run with it from there.
Yeah.
So if you got some game to you, you basically say, well, look, hey, what time you get off? Hey, look, let's do this. Why don't you take my number when you get off, when you get home and you get a chance to freshen up? Why don't you hit me up after and come through and we can have more of a private conversation? I don't want your coworkers in the back to hear the shit I'm going to say and do to you. And then right then and there, if she's feeling you, she's going to be like, I get off at 10, I'll be there at 10:30. Boom. Okay?
Right.
If she ain't feeling you, then you're going to see some level of resistance. Period. That's just how that shit go. Y'all got it.
We clouding up the waters though right now. These at this point, when the subject is what's the title? The title, Zach.
Just because you caught feelings doesn't mean she's relationship material.
If it takes this much just to get to that point, you clouding up the waters, and you'll be in a relationship with somebody that you just wanted to bump. And that's it. Like I don't, man. Some of you guys are not mature enough to be in a relationship. And that's why you wind up being a passenger in your own vehicle, where you are just riding along with whatever emotion she has. And that's why you get questions like, what are we? Because your main focus and goal was just to get her in bed. And that was it. With no plan about what type of woman you wanted to be in bed with.
There you go.
The sex.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the issue when it comes to the title of this show, because a lot of times you guys just cloud it up because it's there. We was bumping and she was cool. I told her come over Saturday. She came over on Saturday. You know, I told her I was going to the club. She was like, oh, okay, I don't care. Yeah, she don't care because she going to the club on Saturday too. Oh, she's cool. She's always down, man. You know, she over there again? Yeah, man, she over here again. We doing our thing. And we all going to movies. Yeah, I'm gonna bring her to the movies too. You know, next you know, you in a relationship and you never really looked at her for more than just that physical. You never looked at the mental. You never asked her the deep questions. You ever been in an institute before? You know, no conversation because everybody's always, oh, she just cool, man. You don't even know.
Well, you know, two things, and this is what this always befuddled me when it comes to guys. It's always befuddled me, right? Two things. Me personally, when I'm dealing with a woman, there's two main important things that I need to assess. One is the woman actually genuinely attracted to me? Does she want this dick? Bro, it makes no sense for me to spend time with a woman and have her in my physical presence more than once.
Facts.
If she don't want my dick. It makes no sense. Not only that, can a bitch listen? Does she know how to listen? If I tell her to do something, is she gonna do it or is she gonna give me pushback? And what guys don't understand, see, it's not even about the sex. It's about this. I want guys to think about this. And this is what guys keep forgetting when it comes to women. And this epitomizes the true value that all men have. This is why the friend zone exists, because women understand that the value of a man's presence is so immense, they'll put niggas in a friend zone to get access to that value.
Exactly.
Right? Women know this. Women know this. So even beyond sex, the true value of a man supersedes sex. It supersedes that, right? It's the non-sexual intrinsic value that men bring that women covet so much, right? But my thing is this, because there is more than one thing that women can use men for, don't you want to make sure that the reason why she's there is the reason why you want her there? Because if she's going to use me for something, let it be the dick, because that's all I'm offering.
My nigga. Bro, Kay, just now when you said there are so many things that a woman could use a man for.
Come on now.
Now, if I think hard enough and I use enough imagination, there are ways that I could utilize the talents of a female, right?
Beyond sex too, yep.
Beyond sex. But just generally speaking, when we just look at it on just an even plane in general, there's so many things a woman can use a man for. But how many things can a man really use a woman for? Just generally speaking.
Beyond sex, exactly.
Guys, this is why you got to get everything on when it comes to fucking with a female, if it's not on your terms, let it go. Let it go. Trust me.
And here's the thing about a woman not only desiring you sexually, but when you're leading and dictating the situation, she's putting up no resistance. She's like, yes.
Full cooperation.
And the reason why that's important when we talk about observing and evaluating a woman, because you need to identify any agendas she may have outside of taking that dick when and where and how you say, because if she has hidden motives or ulterior motives, if you're not paying attention and you get caught up with your emotions for that bitch, before you know it, you're going to get caught up in her agenda.
Facts.
For you. For you. Come on, bro.
Hey, what cracks me up is a lot of guys worrying about that thing, getting that thing right, and don't even realize you didn't take the time to build your own program or anything like that. You don't think she got a program?
Nigga.
You don't think she got a vetting process?
Yeah.
You don't think she got an agenda on what she want to do?
Right.
And your process and agenda stopped once you got her into bed, and that was it.
That was it.
You don't think she got something further than that? Like you were saying, we got some value. You don't think she know how to? You don't think she knows how to extract and get all the resources and value from you?
Suck your bitch.
But your program stopped when you got her into bed. Like, come on.
No, this is what I say. Women will use sex to extract value. One or two ways. They'll either give you a lot of it to gain access to you, and then once they get what they want, they'll pull back, which is how guys end up in sexless marriages. They'd be like, man, we used to fuck all the time. And then as we became more and more serious, the sex started to wane. She started to ration it to me. Oh, really? Because she had an agenda, nigga. That's why, right? But also, also women will withhold sex. That's another way they extract value from a man. Let me make him work for this pussy, because this is what the average woman thinks. Men value sex so much, so if he valued his ass so much, I'm gonna make him work for it. And that's another part. See, guys think because you're talking about sex quickly to a woman that we value sex like that. No. We value our program. We value making sure that women show up how they need to show up for us. All we're doing is smoking them out. When I say smoking them out, meaning if a woman has an agenda beyond just sex, she's gonna give herself away. And the longer, see, when dudes talk about falling in love in 6 months, no. If you just dicking a chick down for 2 or 3 months and she has an agenda beyond just sex, she's gonna start to crack. It's gonna start to come out after a month or 2 or 3. It's gonna come out, right? This is why I said I had chicks that come to me and told me they were starting to catch feelings, but they still stayed in the position that I had them in. I'm like, all right, cool, appreciate you telling me that. And I would tell chicks, hey, look, I like the way things are right now. If anything should change in my mind, you'll be the first to know. But for the foreseeable future, things are gonna stay exactly how they are right now. Right? I had another chick who asked me, I was just fucking her, and she asked me, was I ashamed of her, fellas? And I'm like, what you mean? She was like, you don't take me out of nothing. And I'm like, oh, bitch, you asked me to take you out. So you asking for shit. You done fucked up now. Right? So you don't take me out of nothing. And I had to tell her, that's not what we do. I said, we don't date, we fuck. That's what, and I told her those words, we don't date, we fuck. And we were due to have a sexual rendezvous that night.
Right.
Like that night. So we was on the phone, which it was my fault because I was on the phone with her longer than normal.
Your fault.
We're talking about shit that I normally don't talk about.
Damn.
So it gave her, right? Let me just say this, because I want guys to understand I'm gonna tell, and I knew I fucked up right when it happened, right? So I'm on the phone with the bitch, and she want to come by to get dick down, right? So she on the phone just to get dick down. But I decided to talk about shit I shouldn't be talking about.
Dang.
So I'm like, yeah, right now I'm on the way to kick it with the fellas. We're about to go grab a bite to eat and grab something to drink. And then that's when she said, how come you don't take me out? Are you ashamed of me or something? Right? So when I said that, it opened up the floodgates for her to talk about something that probably was on her mind that she never would have said had I stuck to the script and minded my business of not talking about shit I shouldn't be talking about. So when she mentioned that, yeah, I fucked up. Right?
Yeah.
So
I totally feel you, bro. Like, yeah.
I've been there. Like I
can identify. And then you start answering their questions and shit. You like, hold up, what the fuck?
Like, hey, and then you catch yourself like, hey, I gotta go.
Call myself.
I gotta go. I gotta go. They know it's, hey, I gotta go.
Because here's the thing. Because we already had a sexual rendezvous scheduled that night, and I felt like, man, this bitch was low key pressing me. Right?
Yeah,
so when she did that, I told her what I told her. I'm like, we don't date. We just fuck. When you get horny and I'm free, I'll come through, I'll dick you down, vice versa. Yeah. And then she got a little attitude. So I had to tell her on the phone. I said, yo, we ain't even got to fuck tonight. We can stop this shit right now.
Right now.
So and I had to tell her that because I had to let her know we can't never have this discussion again. I'm telling you, right? But I fucked up though, right? But I had to own it. But still, I had to check her though. I still had to check her. Like, we can't never have this discussion again, right?
Of course.
So from now on, and this is the funny part, and I don't think I talked about this online. Here's the funny part, right? Because we was fuck buddies. When she would come through, she would always jump on me and shit and be all affectionate. So after we had the discussion that same night, she came through. She's like, "No, fuck it, Carrie." So she came through that same night. She walked right by me, no jumping on me and shit. None of that shit.
Yeah.
She tried to
hey, go get it and then walk out like you
bro.
me
She was on that kind of time. I was laughing at her the whole time and shit. Like
you doing me some disservice.
I've made those fucking mistakes, K. Seriously, man.
Shit.
Let me tell you. Yeah, go ahead, J. Roman.
No, I'm just saying, and that's why we can understand the callers. Like it's been through experience. It's not that I'm telling you some some theory that I ain't lived before. I made a lot of mistakes. Like when they talk about what are we? Oh, we boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Hey, we boyfriend next I got four girlfriends.
You got
yeah, I got four. Yeah, whatever. We ain't doing nothing. I mean, I understand the mistakes. I understand the logic. I understand what men go through. I've been through a lot of different things. This is not just some made up theory because I heard somebody else say it. Is what I live. So, anyway, go ahead, Miles, man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, man, you know, when it comes to getting things on your terms, dealing with women on your terms, what I've learned as well is that you also when you set certain boundaries, you also have to set the boundaries for the type of conversations that you have with these bitches.
Facts.
Because the thing is this, if we're fuck buddies, right? You don't get to ask me about dating. You don't get to ask me about other bitches.
Facts.
Even if you're my main bitch, but you came into this relationship knowing that I fuck with other bitches, you don't get to ask me about other bitches. Because once you answer one question about anything going on outside the situation, you're falling downhill from there. It's like just start the fucking clock. The relationship is over from that fucking point. Just start the fucking clock, my nigga. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trust me.
I had a woman tell me the way I slapped her ass during non-sexual time, right? Sent a message to her about where we should be at and where we were at.
Yo,
and how dare I?
Wait, real quick.
A thing.
Wait, real quick. This is how they manipulate, because they open the door to conversations and you don't even fucking realize it. But go ahead, Jerome.
No, yeah. So now it's not what I said. It ain't, because I had one say the way I dicked her down was too much for us just to be fuck buddies.
Oh,
so
had that too. Yep.
So now me slapping your ass when you walk by me going out the door, and that's that boyfriend energy that speaks to him. And now I'm in a conversation now about what we are and what I do with other people.
Yo,
all because of a slap on an ass, bro.
Bro.
And the thing is, if you don't recognize the mistakes and things that you do, and I know it sounds corny, guys. I know it sounds corny as hell, right? And I know everybody be like, man, your program is for you. It ain't for them. It is
to police yourself. It's to police yourself.
I'm telling you, the program, the vetting, all of it is really for you. I'm telling you, real shit.
So to J. Roman's point and Miles' point, okay, and I said this a while ago as well. It's not for the woman. It's to police yourself, bro. I remember the first time I met my second wife. The very first time I was introduced to her, I'm like, ooh, hold on, God damn, there's some shit about her that I like, But right then and there, I caught myself, and I said, yeah, there are certain qualities and character traits that she's exhibiting, but I still have to do my due diligence and put her through the process. I still got to make her a fuck buddy. I still got to go through the paces. And what happens, it's kind of like when guys say, oh, within a couple months whether or not you have these feelings. Okay, let's go with that. Let's say that's true. Let's say within a few months, 6 months or whatever, you have these feelings. Just because you have those feelings don't mean you should act on them, right? You still have to do your due diligence, put your feelings to the side and ask yourself, does it make sense though to advance this situation further than it's been advanced? Does it make so? Even in that situation, she still had to be a fuck buddy first. Yeah. And here's the key. I had to risk the possibility that she might not stick around that long. She might not be down to be on my program enough to be evaluated. She might not be down to stick around that long. And a lot of guys, what they do is they quicken the pace of relationships because they're worried about that. The woman leaving.
Yeah. Just like the niggas in the video, they want to have that conversation a month and a half in, because they want to lock it down as soon as possible because they worried about what a bitch might be doing outside. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just saying, Zach, you made a good point. It's not that you're not going to have feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not, but those feelings should almost be like a warning. To be like, oh, okay, okay, I need to recalibrate myself, and to always remind yourself to be honest with yourself. If you got these feelings, you should be like, wait a minute, why do I got these feelings off my fuck buddy? Because that's all we're doing right now. Why do I have these feelings? And if you ask yourself those questions and you got answers, then at that moment, if your plan changes, you need to change what you do. And I'm not talking about do something, with the person, but how you look at the person now. Like, oh, okay. Oh man, I went to her house. It was dirty as crap. Oh man, she always asking one of her friends for money. She's always trying to tell me about some messy situation with her cousins. Man, she's, like, you got to start looking at things different because you had the warning. The water's getting a little muddy. Let me clear it up a little bit. Let me make sure I can still see my stones in the direction I'm headed, because I don't want to cloud myself where I start making, because this happens. You cloud yourself, you start making things up. Making it, oh man, she ain't got no car. Well, it's okay, man. A lot of people ain't got no car. I got a car. Oh man, she keep losing every job I know she had. Oh man, man, everybody be losing jobs and stuff. She all right. Your boys be like, hey man, she around a lot. Oh man, she cool to hang with. You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, we just be watching movies. She don't be saying nothing. She cool in the fan. Like, you start making all this stuff up to talk to yourself because you don't really have a plan where you say, hey, I got these feelings. Let's make sure that I know what I'm doing. Let's make sure I'm still vetting the person and not just moving along.
Right. Real talk. Yo.
And I'm glad you said that. As human beings, it's okay to have feelings, but you have to, like you said, recalibrate. You have to take a step back and ask yourself, are these feelings justified? Why am I having these? Because it could be that, like, you got to. That's why we talk about the vetting process is to police your own emotions, so you're not making decisions mainly motivated by your feelings. Let women do that. That's what women do. Guys, I don't think guys understand. You cannot have both a man and a woman both making decisions based on their feelings. You can't. Who's going to be practical in a situation?
Exactly.
Who's going to be practical? See, when you talk about situationships, the reason why situationships exist is because you have a man who has no clear sense of direction and he has no clarity in what he wants from that woman. And the reason why it's a situationship is because he has his feelings involved, but he doesn't know how to manage his feelings. And now the woman's feelings is involved and he don't know how to manage hers either. And this is what I mean by that. I had a client one time, I had multiple clients tell me one time that they'll meet a chick and they'll say to themselves, oh, I just want to fuck her. But then they'll catch feelings and they don't want no one else fucking the chick. But the reason why they don't want to have a relationship with their girlfriend and boyfriend is because they want to fuck other chicks, right? So what they're really doing in a sense is, I don't want her to call me a girlfriend, a boyfriend, because then that's going to fuck up my situation with other chicks, because then I got to admit that I got a girlfriend, right? But I also don't want her fucking nobody else, right? I don't want her fucking nobody else, but I also don't want to claim her because I still want to fuck other chicks. Right? And that's because guys have their emotions involved with no clear sense of direction for themselves or for the woman.
Right. Real talk.
And women fall into that because they like the feeling. Let me tell y'all something. There's a big difference between having love for someone versus loving on them, or loving somebody versus loving on them. Right? Meaning this, I have family members that I love, but I don't love on them motherfuckers because I don't deal with them. Right? I love them. I care about them. I wish nothing but the best. Right? But I don't love on them. When I say love on them, meaning they don't get my attention. they don't get my presence. See, this is what guys don't understand. When you're talking about loving on a woman, the way that you love on your woman is to allow her in your presence.
Mhm.
That's how you love on your woman. You allow her in your presence. And this is what, when we talk about women missing dudes and falling in love, they miss you and fall in love in your absence.
Right.
So it's your presence that they crave. Right? So if a woman craves your presence, when she gets your presence, are you not loving on her? I'm just saying.
Nah, for real. Yeah,
we got some questions.
It's your presence that they thrive on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, it's your presence that they thrive on. Definitely.
And to your point, Zach, just because you love fucking somebody don't mean you love them.
Right. Exactly.
You know, there's some women that did some things.
Exactly.
Like, you know, hey, I love that, but nah, you don't.
You don't.
I love that, but not you.
Yeah.
I love that.
I had somebody say, she's just like, yeah, I love you. And I said, you don't love me. And I use that Snoop Dogg line. I said, you don't love me, you just love my doggy style. Right. And then you know, she never said it after again, but I mean, we still was interacting with each other. But like, hey, let's put this in perspective. I've never seen you in the daylight. You don't really love me.
I've never seen you in the day.
I've had chicks admit that. And see, and that's something that chicks don't want to admit. Sometimes they don't want to admit how much the sex in your dick got them open. They don't want to admit how much they're open by it, right? Right? Because I've had chicks, even chicks I got in relationships with, they're like, one of the main reasons I got in a relationship with you, I already know. I already know, girl. There's other reasons, but because here's the thing, right? When we talk about sex, women can say what they want, but great sex, notice I didn't say good. I said great sex is extremely important to women. It's extremely important, especially if the way you make them feel, they typically don't feel that way with most guys. Meaning the way that you make them feel sexually is few and far between. See, a woman can get some good dick. Well, good dick is a dime a dozen, but great dick ain't, right? So when it ain't just the physical act. It's how a woman feels when she's around you, period. It's everything encompassing. It's not just the physical act. It's the mental and emotional aspect of how she feels about it too, right? It's all of that. But let's get to this question. He says, how about giving a woman instructions in a relationship? How does that work? Isn't the woman supposed to tell you what she wants?
Yeah, you got that backwards, homie. If you really want to know,
it's the wrong channel for that.
Yeah, this is just one of those questions where you got to get coaching, bro. Like that's it. You got to get coaching to understand that fully. We go to the next question.
Yeah, that's my woman tell you what she wants. Fuck that.
That really builds you up.
So he says, how did you balance? He says, how did you find a balance of being gamed up and being yourself? See, why do y'all act like being gamed up and being yourself is separate?
Yeah,
it's the same shit, guys. You cannot be gamed up if you're not your authentic self at all times. Period. Exactly. There is no way you can be gamed up if you're not your authentic self with everybody at all times, right? And so you should have called up because you asked this question like an hour ago. Yeah, you should have called up. Well, almost an hour ago.
It's not a clothing or a jacket you can put on.
Say when you're in yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
And he says a woman with high interest, right? But it bothers me that he says in being yourself. Guys, this is what guys don't understand. This is why it's important when you very first meet women, you are your most authentic self so you can see how she responds to you, to who you really are, right? This is why, real quick, I told the story of the strip joint where I told the chick, ain't buying your shit. Me telling a woman ain't buying your shit, that's something I would say to a bitch 6 months later. So she got 6 month Carrie at the 6 second mark when I met her, right? So I'm coming out the gate showing her who I really am. That's how I really talk, right? So I'm showing her who I really am. I'm not trying to dilute my conversation because I'm worried about what this bitch think. But also, for those of you who recall the story where I was at the basketball joint and I was joking with this chick. It was joking. I want to be clear. And I joked about smacking her in the face with the water bottle. and she said, damn, that shit made my pussy wet. I was just joking, right? Me joking like that is something I would do a year, 2 years later. Girl, be quiet if I smack your face. Yes, Daddy. That's something I would say to a bitch months in. I'm just saying that shit when I very first meet a chick because that's who I am. So anytime a woman is reacting and responding to me in real time, she's responding to the most authentic version of myself. So 3 months later, she getting the same Carrie. 6 months later, a year, 2-3 years later, she getting the same me. So It ain't no, damn, he's different. No, he the same motherfucker. The problem with y'all is y'all introduce women to a fictitious version of you.
Facts.
Right, or to your representative. Right, that's why he's asking that question. How do you find a balance between being gamed up and being yourself as if they're two separate things?
Yeah, I think a lot of individuals, I like to consider like the nerd and the cool guy, right? And I think a lot of them think the cool guy is the one that's really gamed up. And if you really think about it, I don't know about everybody else's experiences, but when I was going through school, there were some really nerdy dudes, pocket protector type guys and everything. But you could not get them to do anything they did not want to do. Period. They was into their Dungeons and Dragons. They was into their thing. Like, hey man, come do this. Nah, man, this is what I'm into. This is it. It didn't matter what girl was around. It didn't matter what, they were just true to themselves. And that's part of it. Like, they might not be great at speaking to women, which I hope they learned later on, but they got the part about being true to themselves first. And that's the part that a lot of guys don't understand. Like, it's got to be you. You got to be, no matter who you are, be you. Now, can you be better at doing certain things and interacting? And yeah, you can. But the major part is just being you. And I respect those dudes that is just them. Right. So it's not a jacket you put on and then you take it off. It is what it is. Like,
but speaking of doing what you want to do, shout out to my twin. This was years ago. My twin, shout out to both my brothers. Both my brothers have been married, and they've been married to the same woman for 25 years plus. Both of them have been married for 25 years plus. So shout out to them, right? And I know both their wives since we was young. But my point is this: my brother and I, we used to always have these Madden tournaments and shit on the Xbox.
Yeah.
He would come to my crib, we'll get on the sticks, or I would come to his crib and get on the sticks. And every time, right, I would go to his crib and his wife was there. Right, this is back when I was drinking. She would always bring both of us a beer, something to eat. When he would come to the crib, whatever woman I was with, she would bring, me and my brother something to eat, something to drink. And my point is, you have guys that try and hide who they are. Like, they're into video games. We ain't hide that shit. This is what we do. Every now and again, because we're both in relationships or we're both married and we got things going on, my brother and I, we were scheduling time to spend time together. And we chose that because as kids, our favorite pastime was playing Coach K on the Dreamcast or the Sega Genesis, right? So we just, as adults, we continue the same shit. We just can't do it as frequently because we have lives, right? But we schedule time, right? So my point is, stop hiding what you about and what you're into from women. Stop hiding that shit because you want a woman, if she gonna fall in love with you, let her fall in love with who you really are. Right, because that's going to increase the likelihood that she ain't going to go nowhere, right? But if she's falling in love for your representative or she's falling for your representative, eventually she going to see that you ain't who you pretended to be.
Exactly.
It's going to fall apart. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, I want to show an example of what Jay Roma was talking about the nerd niggas who accept being themselves. I loved it. Some of you may have seen this video, but me personally, I just really love this video right here. And hold on one second. Y'all can watch it real quick. Hold on.
All right, who am I here with?
George.
Bro, you be...
Wait, sorry. Did you put it up yet?
Are we good?
My bad.
I didn't start off with George, and yeah, that's the video.
I didn't check to make sure if you put it up. My bad. Here we go.
All right, who am I here with?
George.
Bro, you be getting to the bitches, twin?
Yeah, not really. But I just gonna be myself, and I don't care anything about it. I'm just gonna be myself, and hopefully I will get some.
All right, who am I here with?
Hey, he said, fuck it. He said, look, for all my Comic-Con niggas and guys who are into all of that.
No, you know, you know, it's so crazy. Like I you know, in school, man, in high school and wherever I'm at, man, I just had a lot of different friends, you know, different acquaintances, different people I know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not that they did not have women.
Yeah.
I, you know, one of those pocket protector guys I used to know, he had his little nerdy girlfriend, and they would get into discussions and things, and he'd be like, "No, I'm not doing that." Like, you know, that's sort of like I am who I am. I'm not gonna lie to myself and believe I'm anything different.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is just what I enjoy doing, and I think guys got to understand that you guys consider game only when it comes to speaking with women,
right?
But not when it comes to at your job or interacting with other people, living your life and trying to get resources and things like that. For people that are truly, really gamed up, they know themselves, they know how to move, they take accountability, they learn from it, and they can move from there. And it doesn't matter what situation or where they're at. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? You know, me in 1950, I don't know, everybody knows me and him been, you know, that's my cousin, and we, you know, we not only are family, but we rock with each other. You know what I'm saying? We hang out, we go places. This dude, at every job he has ever had, we have always got the most out of it. The most out of that job. I'm talking about moving up, or, you know, finding resources, or next you know, you hanging with the big wig, and everybody else is like, man, how come I can't do that? How come I can't? Because there's a certain that thing about you, that game about you that says, hey, I know how to talk to people. I know how to get things from people.
People gravitate to
I know how to resource.
Not just
I
women,
know how to
people.
move. Yeah, people. I know how to do certain things in a way where it don't matter where I'm at, I'm gonna be okay. And that's the type of game that you guys only want to give to women, but not to the rest of your life to see it be successful. And I think broaden your horizon when it comes to game, because it's all about you, and make it yourself. So that question, it is a little bit irritating. I'm with you, Miles. Like, you know, no, Zach, like, yo, what are you talking about? Yourself or game? It has to be within you.
Yeah,
like,
it's exactly. It's one of the same. Let me say this real quick story. I know we got to get up out of here. When we talk about people gravitating to you, and this is what people don't understand. When women, you know, when women gravitate to you, and you just have that thing about you where women love your presence, it's not just women. There are people who they fuck with you, and they want to see you win because they fuck with you. Real quick, I don't think I've ever told this story. Back when I was in high school, I'm about to age myself. Back when I was in high school, I used to carry a pager, right? Beeper, pager, whatever you want to call it. And you weren't allowed to, right? You weren't allowed to. But my pager went out while I was at school. And I didn't have a car, and I didn't want to wait until the weekend. So I called the paging company. I called them up to come to the school, right? Like, so now, you're not supposed to have pagers. So I called Wayne Paging. Shout out to Wayne Paging. I said, look, I'm at school right now, and I'm in the lobby. I'm gonna need y'all to come up, because they would come to you. They would bring a briefcase full of different pages and test them. So they show up to the school. I'm in front of the principal office, the VP office, everything. And I'm up here, they testing pages. I'm not supposed to have a pager at school. They at the school, in the school, nigga, right? So they testing the beepers right there and shit. So the principal, shout out to Mr. Munson. So after they leave, he's standing like that. He's standing by the office just looking at me, right? But he don't interrupt. And he let me get the pager, and he let them leave. And then after they leave, he throw his arm around me, and he's walking.
Give me that pager, man.
He said, no, this is not what he said. He said, Kerry, you know, I'm very fond of you. I like you. But I can't have everybody seeing you do that, because they're going to think they can do that. I ain't tripping on you, but not everyone could do that. And shout out to him. And being a football player does go a long way. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, let's go ahead real quick. He says, 1999, much respect to the Gang Kings. Appreciate everything y'all do. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Where can they find y'all, man? Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Cunningham Elements, guys. Go to Cunningham Elements and get your cologne, get your soap. Also go to masculineidentitymembership.com. masculineidentitymembership.com. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com and join the Masculine Identity Membership. Of course, go to shoplucario.com and get your online dating consultation. And of course, check us out tomorrow. Real Game, No Theory, 12 noon. Shout out to Mr. 1950, Steve the Dean, Mr. Lucario, K-Zag, and myself. We'll be out there tomorrow on the show. And K-Zag, J. Roman, appreciate y'all, man. Everybody that called in, everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all for supporting the show and being here. And yes, sir, let's get it. And God willing, we'll be here again next week.
Go ahead, Jay.
You can find me at jromanway@gmail.com if you want to speak with me. I do consultation and some counseling calls there. But besides that, you're going to find me tomorrow in the comment section on the Real Game No Theory show, enjoying that show. And like always, Zach, I appreciate you having me here, man. Y'all enjoy the Saturday. And for those who listen, just don't listen. You know, apply it to your lives, or you know, go get some more counseling and coaching from some of these guys.
There you go. Also, fellas, in the description, the links is there. Manhood is skillset.com. Also, the coaching links and all of that. So if you're so inclined, go ahead and check that out. Again, tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m. Central, noon Eastern. Real Game, No Theory. Tonight, the Knicks versus the Spurs. I pray to God that we win. But on that note, we out. We're going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.